Marvel is so back, baby. Let's go. Deadpool and Wolverine is finally here. And boy, does it have a lot to offer here. We all know the MCU. It has been struggling with some of their recent movies and TV shows, flopping because of its use of big budgets yet poor looking effects. And their movies had lost all the charm that made the previous movies so enjoyable to watch. So obviously, we needed to restore balance. Deadpool and Wolverine basically changes the MCU forever, with the whole multiverse and everything that's Marvel. And this was an absolute delight to watch, as it felt like I was watching an old school Marvel movie again. So without further ado, let's get into why Deadpool and Wolverine brings the MCU back to its former glory. Just before we start, I just want to let you guys know that there are some spoilers in this movie review. So if you haven't seen Deadpool and Wolverine yet and don't want to be spoiled, feel free to click off and watch later. And also remember to like the video if you enjoy it, and subscribe to my channel for more content. Thank you, and enjoy. To start off, this marvelous movie fixed the issues that recent movies had. High budget with poor effects, uninteresting and lacking characters, cheap storytelling, and forced acting. This movie acknowledges those issues and delivers a promising story with plenty of memorable moments. And the effects actually look great for once, especially the visuals. And the blood and gore shown is very clean and sharp, looking realistic without relying on cheap editing. Also, the acting, I cannot express just how superb these actors did here. Ryan Reynolds is of course great here, but Hugh Jackman just makes me love Wolverine even more, as he nails it with emotion and lines. They both have incredible chemistry with each other as their friendship changes. All other actors are great, even if this film is mainly just a Deadpool/Wolverine film. Even Emma Corrin as the villain Cassandra Nova did so well, who is actually quite scary, as the R rating takes great advantage on doing this, using telekinesis and telepathic powers. Even if there wasn't as much as I had hoped, all of the action sequences were fantastic. My favorite being the entire fight with Deadpool and Wolverine in the car. It's hilarious and very bloody. Also, the short and epic scene of Deadpool and Wolverine stopping Cassandra was epic, especially Wolverine's suit ripping off from his body, and the opening action sequence also helps put viewers into a good mood, knowing this will be a good movie. For cameo appearances, this film has plenty of them. Chris Evans as Human Torch, Jon Favreau returning as Happy Hogan, Henry Cavill as Wolverine, Blake Lively, aka Ryan Reynolds' wife, as Ladypool. Even the children had some roles as some of the kid Deadpools. Elektra, Blade, Gambit, Sabretooth, Pyro, Toad, Callisto, Alioth, and the list goes on and on. Lots from X-Men and Fantastic Four. And let's not also forget Little Dogpool, aka Mary Poppins. Thankfully, this movie is also still very gory, sweary, and crudy, as to be expected for a Deadpool movie, with lots of shiny blood, like mentioned previously. This is also the MCU's first R-rated movie, which thankfully affects nothing in its current rated state. This film has great connections to the MCU, whilst still remaining faithful to its other Deadpool movies. Adding to its mentioned cameo appearances, this movie also pays homage to lots of franchises like X-Men and Fantastic Four. It also does great at teasing audience about the Fantastic Four coming to the MCU and what they need to know and what they already should know on what the Fantastic Four is. Alongside the X-Men, it also has other film media like Daredevil 2003 and Elektra 2005 with Elektra Nachios. All the humour is also just as great as it's always been for a Deadpool movie. The fourth wall humour was still hilarious, making fun of other studios like Disney and 20th Century Fox was really funny. And my favourite being where Deadpool hopes for Chris Evans to say the line, because of course he plays Captain America in the MCU, only for him to reveal that he's actually the Human Torch. Finally, this film sets up the next phase of movies for the MCU, showing that there's still room for much more success in the upcoming movies. This is how the MCU is going to get back on track and actually put time and effort into making great movies again. Though I really hope I don't jinx myself and the next MCU movie after this turns out to be another mediocre installment. Hope I'm wrong. Overall, my final opinions on Deadpool and Wolverine, it's literally what the MCU was needing. Something that can help fix the current mess it's been in after Avengers Endgame. I mean, yeah, we did get Spider-Man No Way Home, and even Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and Loki, I'd say, are also really enjoyable. But everything else was either bad or average. This, however, is a step in the right direction. It actually feels like a legitimate MCU movie back when the series was actually good. I feel like Marvel now is listening to everyone's feedback on the franchise and what it needs to do to succeed as it did before. And Deadpool and Wolverine is exactly what we needed. I loved this. I seriously hope after this, the MCU doesn't flop again. I instead pray to the Marvel Jesus that we get some even better MCU movies that can make a difference to the current state of Marvel. What is your opinion on Deadpool and Wolverine? Where does it rank in your favorite MCU movie list? What makes it a very important installment in the franchise? And how would you want this success to be continued? Let me know in the comment section below. And also, don't forget to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. And subscribe to my channel if you are new to see more on my channel. Thanks for watching. The moment we've all been waiting for. Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman team up for one big project in the MCU. And this truly defines the definition of 2024 cinema peak. Let's go.